Hey YouTube, today we're coming to you with something a little bit different.
We thought that it was time to officially introduce ourselves.
So we're going to start by giving you the background on how we came up with our name.
This is Olie, and his initials are S.O.
This is Laura, and her initials are L.D.
Together, we are
Sold
on
RV
RV
Life.
Life.
All right, welcome back after that introduction. So now you know how we came up with the name Sold on RV Life. Kind of a play on words there, but we liked it, and here we are. So how did we get started? Why are we in an RV? Well, in 2021, started in 2020, but in 2021, the Army came to me and said, it's time to go home. It's time to retire. And so we started getting prepared to retire from active duty military. And I had always wanted to, and at the time was really thinking hard about, I wanted to live on a boat and just be out on the open ocean. And then we could go out, we could go to Hawaii, we could go to Fiji, we could go wherever we wanted to. Very expensive, but wanted to start on a boat. Well,
I said no.
it wasn't happening. But, go ahead.
Well, in my mind, it was like, if you want to go live on something that you can move around on, why not just an RV? Because in a boat, in order to move, you can be on the ocean, but if you wanted to go inland somewhere, you would have to put it on a trailer. Anyway, so why not
that
just
is not the
do
story
an
she
RV?
gave me when we were having the discussion. So anyway, so we went back and forth, and we both agreed that this whole living in an RV and being able to travel around the country, we have family all over the place, from the West Coast to the East Coast, down south. And if we are truly retiring, then this would be a great way for us to be able to get around, see them, and kind of do the things that we want to do. So that's how we ended up in an RV.
And also, we didn't really know where we wanted to retire to. I mean,
True.
We did not have a city in mind. We didn't have. We did know that Texas was going to be favorable to us because of the veterans. What is it? The
benefits.
The veterans benefits and things to that effect. So, and we still don't know what city or town that we want to stay in, because Texas is so big.
Huge.
Yeah,
2 days to drive from the south end to the north end.
It's almost ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's so big. So anyway, so we really don't know what we want to be or where we want to live when we grow up. That's basically it.
This is adulting stuff, forget it. So that's how we ended up in an RV.
Well, besides all of the research that we did, you did, he did, all of the YouTube videos we watched, all of the advice we got from all the big YouTube channels, and it was
some of the
constant.
things that came up that were a concern for us was like, how are we going to have a residence, an address for driver's licenses, and how are we going to handle mail? Obviously now with today's technology and Amazon the way that it is and all the rest, you can order stuff and send them to lockers, and we've learned that post offices will do general delivery and things like that. But still, I mean, we were going to need a home state so we could have an address for driver's licenses and things like that. So during that research, we found an organization called Escapees, and that fit the bill perfectly for full-timers. You get a domicile address in your choice of state of Texas, Florida, or South Dakota. It's a tough transition. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't want to go too in depth with it, but leaving the military after how many every years you've done it and retiring, it's surreal because you put so much time and effort in. They put the the military puts so much effort on you coming in. They pay attention to you. They really make sure you have everything you need, and they want you to do. But on the way out, they were just like, okay, you're done. Time to go home. And so here's go to your appointments, go to your whatevers, go to these, you got to do. And of course, I'm getting out during COVID, so that complicated it a lot. So a lot of stuff was done digitally that we were supposed to do in person. But as far as your immediate kind of command in that structure, it was just like, oh, okay, you're getting out, bye. And so it was really kind of weird. You feel like you're kind of on your own, you know. I mean, there's a lot of resources there, so don't get me wrong. They didn't leave us just hanging high and dry.
No.
But it was big boy rules. We'll put it that way. Where you come in, they hold your hand through everything, you know. And on the way out, it's like, hey, you're a big boy now.
Pat you on the back.
Pat you on the back, say, here you go, and off you go. So that kind of, you know, that part, and we were like, okay, where are we going to go? How are we going to do? And so once we decided that, hey, we're going to do this RV thing, it just kind of felt like it fell into place.
I was happy with the idea because it just felt like we would leave our options open for a really long time, you know, because we have children all over. We have 7 children between the 2 of us, and they, like I said, they're West Coast, East Coast, Midwest. They're everywhere. So we really wanted to have our options open, and before we settled down in one place. Why? Well, we talked about, let's go into YouTube. Talk about YouTube.
Okay. I'm going to throw something out there first. So I know in previous videos that Laura put out, she had kind of given a hint as to how she started YouTube. Or was thinking about starting YouTube, and then came to me and said, I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel. And I got up and didn't say anything, which is unusual, but I got up and went up and grabbed that old box and came down with the camera that we are coming to you live right now on, and all the equipment that came with it. But I'm just giving you my side, and I'll let Laura give you her side, is that she really hadn't mentioned it much, that she wanted to start a YouTube channel, you know. And so I had heard her talking a little bit about it, just kind of passing conversations, but I didn't really know that there was a real rooted interest and desire to want to start a YouTube channel. And I can be honest with you, even now sitting here talking to you, it may feel or seem kind of natural, but it's not the most fun thing, because you know, to think about it, that you're going to get taped and you're out there in the internet for the rest of the world to see forever. You know, and I've always been kind of secluded and not wanting to be well known and well seen, and I'm the kind of the silent type in the back, you know. But yeah, so when she said it, that she wanted to start, when you said you wanted to start a YouTube channel, I was like, huh, okay, let's test that theory and see if she's true. Holy cow, here we are. I guess it's a go. Yeah, so anyway, I want to put that in there.
Over 50 videos later.
Dang.
Since March.
That's awesome.
I've been busy. Anyway, yeah, so coming to try when I told him, actually I just mentioned it, that I was interested in doing a YouTube channel, and we have that in a video somewhere. Probably posted right here. Right. Anyway, I'm glad we learned how to do that.
You.
He just wasn't really interested in being in front of the camera. And again, I've said that was fine. I just kind of ran with it. He helped a lot more behind the scenes than he probably would know. There was a lot of very clever editing a few times.
So those really cool edited videos in the early on, that was me. All the ones now, that's right.
Well, yeah, just getting your hands out of there. And then he's like, you can hear me in the background. So we were cutting out sound and everything like that. Anyway, so why the YouTube channel? What are we hoping to accomplish here? Basically, building a community. Building a community of people that are interested in what it's like to live in an RV every day. I do not want to have our content be a constant, this is what you need, this is what you should buy, this is products. Commercial. And maybe we won't be popular because of that, but I'm hoping to be popular because we've built a community of people who would like to see what's going on. We are so small right now. Right now, basically, we just need to get subscribers.
Yeah,
We're small and hoping to grow.
One of the things that we discussed before I actually decided to come onto the videos was that we are dedicated to everyday living. So if we get, you know, if Grand Design or Furrion or Lippert or GoPro or name some big Berkey or someone comes along and says, hey, we'll throw a bunch of money, a bunch of product at you, but we need you to do, we're most likely not going to do and get pressured by those things. Now, if you want to come and sponsor us and sponsor the videos and stuff, but we want to stay true to that dedication that was made early on, that to everyday living, not the commercialization of it. The dedication to the everyday life in an RV is the main part of the channel, and we don't want to be influenced by.
I really like the word you like, intimate.
Yeah.
Getting to know people, letting you get to know us. Not that we're special, but you know what? There's a lot of people like us out there that are doing the same thing. Just day-to-day living, because we don't just, for us personally, we don't do a ton of traveling. We haven't recently anyway. Like I said, we were down in Corpus for 8 months. We're going to be in the space we are now for several months at a time, because there's not a lot of life to live when you're getting out of bed in the morning, hooking the trailer up and driving to another town, and then putting the trailer down, and then the next day picking the trailer back up and moving to another town. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of sights. You're going to get to visit amazing places, and don't get me wrong, I'd love to do some of that too, but every single day I know it tires me out. It tires me out when we go for a full week travel, and then just to get someplace, by the time you get there, it's exhausting. But
and it's expensive.
And it's super expensive.
Summertime fuel prices go through the roof, so diesel's not cheap.
So what do people do in the meantime? Will you cook and clean, and you fix things, and you meet people? And that's another thing, is I really want to bring in some of the people that we've been meeting along the way, as long as they are willing to get in front of the camera.
I think you've already met Anne and Ray.
Yeah, by the time this comes out.
And Rue, cool dog.
Yeah, so we're going to hopefully just bring real life out there, and hopefully you will want to come along, you'll want to share and subscribe and leave comments, because it's the only way you know what's going on the other side of that video is if people leave comments. And I know,
good, bad, indifferent, suggestions. If you got stuff, hey, you did a video about painting rocks, well, give us the background on it. What paint did you use? What's underneath the rock? Whatever it may be, give us suggestions, comments, concerns, because you're coming along on the ride that we really have never ridden before, and so we're going to hit all the bumps and funs and joys, and life is a roller coaster, right? Let's do it together, and let us know which way to go, because we're just kind of winging it. So your input's very important.
We're definitely winging it. Definitely winging it, and editing it. No, we will be true, but we might leave out the uglies.
Yeah. So what does that mean for the future of the channel?
Right.
Well, the channel is still Laura's. Even though it's the both of us, SOLD, it's still Laura's. And I'll contribute where I can. If it's a crappy video, it's her fault. If it's a great video, it's my fault.
Yeah. So I mean, it's safe to say that if we're having mechanical issues, or somebody needs to turn a wrench, it's probably not going to be me. I did a few little things of that when we first started. Not my comfort zone. My comfort zone is all the other things. And if you've watched any of the recent videos of, you'll hear me. I mean, I try to be honest. Like, I admit that I do things out of order. I forget what comes next when it comes to dropping the trailer and leveling and all of that stuff. But I am working at getting better, just for my sake, not for YouTube, but for my sake, because I think that I should know a lot more than I do, and I always leave it in his hands. And if something were to go horribly wrong, I would be up a creek, because he can wash the dish, and he can cook, and he can clean, but can I change a tire? I don't ever want to, but I need to at least have some knowledge when it comes to the mechanical and technical things that it takes to run the trailer. And of course, Sadie will be part of our videos, and Mr. Bones, because Mr.
Bones and Baby Bones is around somewhere. It's almost time to put Baby Bones on the truck.
Baby Bones will get put on the truck.
Get on the front of the truck. Yeah, there's another video.
September. We're going to be September already. So
wow.
Anyway,
years flying by.
Again, we just really appreciate you hanging out with us today. What are you going to tell the good people to do?
So, watch, comment, like, subscribe.
Share it on
But really,
YouTube.
the big thing is, and this is coming from me, because I'll be in my little area, and Laura's out here in her little area, and boy, I tell you what, one subscriber gets added on, and it's all the roof starts bowing out because she's out here. Oh, we got another subscriber. It really does mean a lot to her. It means a lot to both of us. But comments, please comment.
And hopefully we'll get to the point where we can do some lives. At least me.
Oh,
Don't know about
God.
him. I mean, it won't be
Maybe.
won't be weekly, that's for sure. But
No.
probably some cooking videos, crafting videos, live. I would love to do.
So why don't you tell them where a lot of your inspiration comes from, and maybe they'll get an understanding of kind of why you're heading down this path. Yes.
Most of my
All of this is Jason and Tara's fault.
pretty much, and I think I talked about it on her live that I got to be on, which was so exciting. That was in July, July when we were at White Rock Homestead. Was that Jason and Tara are pretty much the reason why I wanted to do a YouTube station, a YouTube channel, but what it was about it was that the community that they built, and it goes back to community, having people that share in what you're doing, because when she had her birthday party and people came from states away just to surprise her for her birthday, that just blew me away, because to know that there's still people out there that care about each other enough to do that type of thing. When Tara and Jason went from their homestead to Mama V's homestead, and everybody came together and put a roof on for her. Just that type of community makes me want to cry, makes my heart, just explode with hope in human nature and all of that, because people are coming together for a common good. And if we can build that, I know in an RV it's a little bit harder, but to build that community, people that care enough about what each other are doing, and that's kind of what I got from watching Tara and Jason to start with. And and I'll have to be honest, all of the homesteaders that I've been with their on their channels or watching or commenting, they are so open and welcoming, and
they make up a good portion of our subscribers.
Right, and so
we appreciate you.
Can't thank them enough for going, hey, show them the love. So if we can do that in the RV community as well, support each other. Hey, I'm good, and of course you can't do all of it on YouTube, because you want to have your privacy of actually where you are, where you don't need to be that open with everything, but to be able to on the side talk to people, hey, we're going to be in such an area, to actually start to build that community. And that's really what I'm after, because we're getting older. People need people. We really do.
Like-minded people.
Yes, like-minded people.
I think that's the thing that we miss the most from retiring, is for those of you that don't understand the military community, don't have to like each other, don't have to be from the same walks of life, you don't have to be in the same job, but there's a common ground, and there's a brother and sisterhood that's there, that whether you're in uniform or not. Vietnam veterans that served their 2 years back in the 60s, we have something in common. We carry that, and that's a good community to have, and it's very comforting. And so having that togetherness and that community type stuff, I think is needed, is really wanted and desired. So if we can create that in the RV community and on the road, that would be cool. That would be cool. So hop on.
I know I've mentioned we've met some of the best people we've ever met in our lives, because we actually have opportunity, because we're moving from place to place, and that like-mindedness, people that...
Well, we look back to when we had to get out of Corpus Christi because of Hurricane Beryl. We came up and stayed, in East Texas, and then from here we went to Oklahoma, stayed with people that we met RVing. Then from there we went to Arkansas and stayed with Jason and Tara that we met
RV.
You know,
Yeah.
and so yeah, I mean, it's definitely coming back, and it's showing what really can be out there. So yeah, I think that's cool.
I think that might be a good place to end this for now.
So if you're not following us, you should be. You should be subscribed. You should be.
I think you beat that horse.
Yeah.
You beat that horse into the ground.
I don't beat horses. Well, it's a hobby horse. It's a hobby horse, right?
All right.
You
Ready?
good?
Ready? Was that good? Did we do all right? I don't know.
All right, YouTube. Later. Sure. One and only, the original. It's the OG.
The OG of
Sold on RV Life shirt. YouTube.